Hey dreamers, this is Jack to Place, and today we're going to talk about one specific update in the 2.44 update released on Dreams. And I always do like I do a little quick intro, but I'm doing one. I'm talking about one specific update, and I will talk a little bit about that. So I'm not going to show all the updates in one. Um, People already have done that. I'm not also going to show you what you can all do with this and what you like. It's not really a tutorial. It's just like my tips and thoughts about this specific update. So this specific feature of that update. And that's what my video is about. So if you're curious about what I think about this new feature, if it's something that is useful for yourself in your own creations, is this something that you're going to use this yourself? That's what I really want to find out in this video. That's what I'm going to discuss in this video, and that's what my video is all about. So I'm just going to like dive a little bit deeper into the material of this specific feature of the update 2.44. So let's go straight into it. The new feature it's also a very small one, and it's not like a very big one, but I really want to discuss it anyway because text is very important in your creations. UI design is very important in your creations. Just as important with lights and sculptures and flags and paintings. Text is very important. I am planning to do a tutorial about UI design, by the way. That's a little bit of like a disclaimer, a little bit of like householding. I'm really like going to make a tutorial very soon. I'm not really sure when I'm going to release that, but you will expect a tutorial about UI design because I think that still a lot of people are not really that known of how to make good UI design, and I really want to like do a tutorial of that about that because I think it's needed. So what is this new feature that I'm talking about? This new feature is I'm not sure if it has a specific name, but it just called text minimum scene size. Don't really have like a specific name. So I will show you what it does. So if you go into the gadgets and you open the movers and outputs here, like the purple one, the movers and outputs, or the pink one, I think it's pink, and you go here, the text displayer, edit that into your scene, open the text displayer, and if you go into the last step, almost the last step, the settings, I will like zoom in a little bit. We have here like a few different settings here now. We have like the minimum size text, but we don't have any text yet. You also have the VR text distance. I think that was already there. But let me type in here. Let me say like hello or something like that. Hello. Hello, dreamers. So, hello, dreamers. And if we go back to the last step, am I saying that correct? Oh, yeah, we need to set it in scene, of course, because that only works in scene. So now we have like, if we like, let me close this one. So if we like go further away from the scene, the text is also, yeah, it stays at the size as it is, right? It's not going to like, it's not going to size with it the further you're going away from the camera. But now we can actually do that. Now we can actually set a certain amount of let's say this, and now it will always stay that big into your scene, no matter how far you are away from that specific part of the text. It will always stay this big. Um, and like, let me set it on like, maybe this is nice. I don't know. But now you're going to probably wonder, is this useful for something in dreams or not? Um, Well, this is what this video is about. I'm going to give you some thoughts and pros and cons about this. What if there's something that you should use or not? I think for certain um, accessibility, mostly. I think for people that really want to make like things more accessible for other people, I think that this particular feature is more meant for that. So people that cannot read really well, or and I think that for accessibility, this is really nice to have. So I can definitely see like giving certain options in before you're going to start up your game into your settings. You can like now say like accessibility, accessibility, and you can say like, okay, accessibility, bigger letters, bigger fonts, or something like that. So I think for the accessibility, that this is a really really nice feature to have. um and I think maybe if you're accept like thinking outside of the box, I think you can always like do something different. You can now like make different gameplay stuff, right? With this, so without the text, you can now like do. I said that I'm not going to show you different stuff with this. I'm not going to do that, but just think of a little bit of like outside the box, like if you're going to create some like a game out of this instead of only using it for larger up text and stuff like that. So yeah, there's like ton of like a lot of reasons for this to be used, and it's really nice. So you can now use this into your own game, and maybe you can think of like cool gameplay elements outside of the box thinking as well. Um, for me personally, I think that I will only add this for maybe I will do like an accessibility options in my main menu for people that have like maybe bad visions, stuff like that. I think that is really nice to have this feature. I think I will only use it for that specifically thing. I don't really see. I cannot like at least not in my game, the game that I am making Aria. I cannot maybe think of like a reason why I should use this. I'm not going to use names above characters. Maybe I will do use names on characters, but they will stay because like, you're already pretty close to the character anyway, so you're not going to have distance with the character because you already are close to the character. So I'm not going to need it for that specific part. But I can definitely see some people thinking about using this in their own creations and stuff like that. But there are some like other things that you can do. It's still you can of course line it differently. So now it's like it's lined to the left. So now it's like it's um I was called now it's like it stays the same size, the further going away, but on the left side, lined on the left side, and you can also do it on the other side as well. So I think that's really nice, and in the center, of course, and also in alignments. I think that's pretty cool, actually, to have, and I think I can see people make great stuff with this. I don't know for myself right now because like I'm not that great with I like that with like out of the blue thinking of a cool concept for this. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of dreamers are going to use this for their own creations and make something themselves. I don't know. I can already see some like creations like using this technique and using this feature because you don't need text for this. You can just like use it as a billboard or something. I don't know, like other gameplay mechanics that I cannot really think of right now. But but there are probably already people thinking of like maybe cool visual art or other stuff that you can think of. I think it's pretty neat. I can't really say much about this other than this. It's a very small update. It's nice to have, and you can like size up that thing. So now it's like pretty big, of course, and it's just like depending on how like on the screen size. So yeah, I can see some creations that will come up with this particular feature. You can make like I don't know like the I don't know. I cannot really think of something right now. But I'm pretty sure you will do. You will think of something cool. I think I'm only going to use this feature for accessibility purposes. So for people that have a little bit trouble with reading stuff. Although I'm not going to use much text into my creations. My UI will be as clean as possible, so I'm not going to use a lot of like text here and there. But and I think for myself personally, I'm going to use this for accessibility. But if you're thinking of a cool gameplay mechanic that you can use, let me know in the comments what you think about this update. Is this something like an eye opening or like a door that opens for yourself and like, oh man, I can now think of new concepts into my video game. And can you make new concepts of creation, something in dreams? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious, and if you don't want to tell, that's also fine. But but I'm really curious what you think about this update. Is this something useful for yourself? My final thoughts is just that I think it's nice to have this as well for gameplay side as a visual style, as a visual side as accessibility. I think that like people come up with like different reasons for this. I'm not sure if I will use something like this for myself, maybe in other game creations in the future, but not for Aria. I don't see this. Maybe in a certain level I can do something like this. But for now, I'm not really. Yeah, I don't really know if I can use this or not. But let me know in the comments if this was useful for yourself. So yeah, I'm curious. I really hope that this was a video that you really liked and just a little bit of an inside thought and what you think. Yeah, what I think about this and if it's useful or not. It's just like a video, like sharing some thoughts about the updates instead of like doing a tutorial. It's already been made by other people. I don't want to like yeah like use my put my energy in something that already has been done. So it is a sort of tutorial, but more like in tips and thoughts about this. So let me know what your thoughts is about this particular feature. Let me know in the comments. And as always, bye bye for now, and don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye bye.